Okay. Om Swastiastu. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Surya Wiguna, and now I would like to present about assessing speaking. So, assessing speaking is from a pragmatic view of language performance. Listening and speaking are almost always closely. While it is possible to isolate some listening performance types, it is very difficult to isolate oral production tasks that do not directly involve the interaction of oral comprehensions. Only in limited context of speaking, monologue, speech, or telling a story and reading aloud. Well, speaking is a productive skill that can be directly and empirically observed. Those observations are invariably colored by the accuracy and the effectiveness of the test taker listening skills, which necessarily compromise that reliability and validity of an oral production without the potentially frequent and clarification of an interlocutor. This interaction of speaking and listening challenge the designer of an oral production test to this part as much as possible the factors accounted by oral intake. So, in a simple way, the definition of speaking is the speaking a productive skill that can be directly and empirically observed. Those observations are invariably colored by the accuracy and effective and validity of an oral production test. And in the basic type of speaking, we know about five types or five material. Which one is first imitative speaking, and second intensive speaking, third responsive speaking, and fourth interactive speaking, and also the fifth is an extensive speaking or monologue. So we're gonna do the first speaking is the first type of speaking. I'm sorry, is imitative speaking. Imitative at one end of continuum of types of speaking performance is the ability of to simply parrot back imitative word or phrase or possibly a sentence, while this is purely phonetic level. Why is it the phonetic level? Because of oral production, a number of prosodic lexical grammar also use properties of language and include in the criterion performance. We are also interested in only is in what in traditional labeled, and also pronunciation. The pronunciation, no inference are made about the test taker ability to understand or convey meaning or to participate in an interview conversation. The only role of listening here is in the short-term storage prompts just long enough to allow the speaker to retain the stored state of language that must be imitated. Second is the intensive speaking. Intensive speaking is a second type of speaking which also influenced by employed in assessment context. It's the production of short stretch of oral language designed to demonstrate competence in a narrow band of grammatical, phrasal, lexical, or phonological relationship, such as prosodic elements, intonation, stress, rhythm, and juncture. The speaker must be aware of semantic properties in order to be able to respond. But interaction with an interlocutor or test administrator is minimal at the best. Example of extensive assessment text include directed response text, reading aloud sentence and dialogue completion, limited picture, cute text including simple sequence, and translation up to the simple sentence level. And the third is responsive speaking. Responsive speaking is the interaction include the text comprehension, but the somewhat limited level of very short conversation, standard greetings and small talk, simple requests and comments. The stimulus is almost always a spoken prompt with perhaps only one or two of question or retorts. And next we go to micro and macro skill of speaking. The first is micro skills. The micro skills of speaking is referred to producing the smaller chunks of language such as phonemes, morphemes, words, collocations, and phrasal units. So the second one is macro skills. What is macro skills? Macro skills imply the speaker focus on the larger elements, fluency, discourse, function, and strategic options. So the next one is designing assessment tags with the type of imitative speaking. So the design of assessment tags, we can use the example with word repetition tags. Example, test taker here, repeat after me, bit, and we can pause, bit, pause. So bed, pause, vet, pause. I bought a boat yesterday, etc. The glow of the candle is growing, etc. When did they go on vacation, etc. Do you like a coffee, etc. Test taker repeat the stimulus that the student know about repetition, the words. And the next one is phonics test. What is the phonics test? Phonics test has supports the construct validity of each repetition text, not just for test taker phonological ability, but also for discourse and overall oral production ability. So the next one is designing assessment text with intensive speaking. So direct response text. And the example one is the text taker here. Tell me he went home. Tell me that you like rock music. Tell me that you are interested in tennis. Tell him to come to my coffee at noon. Remain what time he is. So, what was mean there? Okay, I forgot that. The next is the translation of limited discourse. Translation is a part of our tradition in language teaching that we tend to discount or disdain, if only because our current pedagogical stance places them in importance. Translation methods of teaching are certainly past in an era of direct approach to creating communicative classroom. So the next is designing assessment text response speaking. We can use of question electing open-ended response. The example is, what do you think about the weather today? What do you like about the English language? What did you choose your academic major? What kind of strategies have you used to help you to learn English? Have you ever been to the United States before? What other countries have you visited? What did you go there? What do you like the best about it? If you could go back, what you would like to do or see? And Also, we can know about about the test. So also we know direct response text. It is type of text that the test administrator elicits a particular grammatical form or transformation of a sentence, such as they're clearly mechanical and not communicative, but they do require minimal processing of meaning in order to produce correct grammatical output. And also read aloud text. Intensive reading aloud text include reading beyond the sentence level up the paragraph or two. This technique is actually administered by selecting a paragraph and passage that incorporates that specs, and by recording the test taker output. The scoring relatively easy because all of the test taker oral production is controlled. Because of the result of research on the point of test, reading aloud may actually be surprisingly strong indicator of oral production ability. And the next is sentence or dialogue completion tests and oral questionnaires. Another technique for targeting intensive aspect of language requires that the test taker to read dialogue in which one speaker line have been omitted. The test taker are first given time to read through the dialogue to get it gets into think about appropriate lines of fill in. Then as the tape teacher or test results are produced one part orally, the test taker respond. Here's and for the example is like you using the dialogue of the two people, like communication, like may I help you, and you ask the responsive can answer that question. An advantage of this technique lies is moderated control of the output of the test taker, while individual variation is response are achieved. The technique takes into learner ability to discern expectation in a conversation and to produce social linguistically, also in the correct language. And the last is retelling story and also translate for the accent props. So maybe that's all about what what I know about the assessment of speaking. Thank you and see you. Om Santi Santi Santi.